Hey, what's up guys? It's George Boosters here with the follow-up to my previous video, which will be game 2 of the green Tyrannomon deck versus the purple value rookie rush, whatever you want to call it, deck. We saw the green deck lose in game 1, so we'll see if it manages to get a game here or if it will be a swift 2-0 by Mathijs, who is once again joining me. Hi Mathijs.
Hey guys.
So yeah, I guess we're just getting right into it. The green deck starting, hatching the Frymon, which gives 2000 for each suspended Digimon on the opponent's side. Then I'm gonna Digivolve to Agumon, draw a card, which gives the Digimon on top of it 1000 DP in my turn. And then I'm gonna play Pelmon, which will allow me to add a level 4 to my hand. But as you can see, no luck. So Mathijs can start with 3 memory on his turn.
Yep, evolving my Pagumon into an Hitmon, drawing a card.
Straight into
I
the Retaliation Devimon.
yep. I think I'll just drop another Digimon here once again, building up on the rookies.
Yeah, I think you will actually drop another Wizardmon just like you did in the first game. Yeah, there we go. Best play.
As
So I'm gonna start with 3
Alright.
memory as well. I'm gonna raise my Agumon. You can see me looking at the Togemon. Yeah, so I'm probably just gonna be digging for some level 5 or level 6 Digimon. Let's see if I can hit this time. I can't. But I don't think it's too bad. Like my position is still fine. With one level 3 and one level 4 on the field and still some memory to play with.
Mm-hmm.
You can see in my hand I think I have like Lilymon, so if I want I can move up to level 5. But I also have Izzy in my hand, so I might go with that. Yeah, I'm gonna play the Izzy, put Mathijs on 2 memory, which will hopefully help me dig into the decks deeper next turn when I evolve my Togemon into a level 5. This way I also lose like not as hard to things like Trump Sword, since I don't invest that many resources. And you're gonna swing the Devimon into Tyrannomon.
Yeah.
So they're gonna trade.
Discarding the Met from the top of my deck by the inheritable Pagumon effect,
Yeah.
which is quite unfortunate actually, because I would rather have had that Met in my hand.
Yeah.
And a quick spoiler for the rest of the game, I won't see another Met
Yeah.
for quite a while.
Okay, so I just mentioned I would try to play around Trump Sword, but that way I'm getting destroyed by the Heat Fiber, which is
Yeah,
pretty
it's
funny.
a very strong card.
Yeah, just deleting 2 Digimon is very strong. So now I'm gonna have to build up from the get-go, which I'm gonna do with Goblymon, and then I'm gonna drop another Palmon, see if we can get lucky this time. We do. We hit the Tyrannomon, which is like another Palmon or another Togemon, which will allow me to dig deeper into the deck for Tamer and the level 5. I might actually just go straight into it since I do have some memory left. Yeah, just go into the Tyrannomon, see if we can hit something. We do not hit a Tamer, but we do get the level 5 blocker Cherrymon. So, yeah, pretty good. Mathijs just gonna go into the Gabumon. Also just has to reset up his field.
Yeah, and I'm contemplating how to do that because my hand is not very good at this point in the game, and it's now one Digimon versus 2 Digimon, not the optimal position for purple, of course. So I'm just going to add some Digimon to the field, the Tapirmon,
A hard play
which
the Tapirmon.
basically is like exactly, which basically is like a kamikaze attacker because you just get a card back if it gets deleted.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Especially if your hand is not that good. Tapirmon is just good to, like, it both gets rid of one of my securities and then it also allows you to draw a card. So yeah, I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna evolve into a Lilymon here, which leaves me with 0 memory to play with, but that does allow me to trigger Izzy, and I'm gonna add another Cherrymon to my hand. So I have enough blockers for the rest of the game probably. Then
Which is highly unfortunate for purple.
yeah,
We'll see how purple tries to cope with that.
I think I'm just considering my options here. I probably, if I remember correctly, I do have the RustTyrannomon in my hand at this point, but if I drop it, you have 4 memory to play with, which is a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm just gonna go into another Togemon, dig for some more cards. like a lot of the green decks are actually playing all of the like Kabuterimon and Vegemon because they're all 1-2 evolve level 4s, which is really good. But when building this deck, I try to go for maximum consistency because like I come from Yu-Gi-Oh where consistency is everything basically. So the deck building view on the entire game is still a little bit strange, to be honest. I don't know if that's the same for you because you also came from Yu-Gi-Oh basically.
Yeah, but it's quite a while since the last time I played Yu-Gi-Oh, so I'm going into this game tabula rasa, but I still have the Yu-Gi-Oh mechanics in the back of my mind, of course.
Yeah,
But I really like these mechanics, the Digimon mechanics, and I
yeah,
think it's a great TCG. I'm just evolving into a blocker here because things are looking pretty nasty from my perspective, and I'm going to play another Digimon. Oh, I'm playing
Night Raid I think.
the revival option to
Yeah,
get another Digimon with back from my trash with only using 2 memory, which is one less from just
yeah, just
uh,
hard playing the Digimon
paying
basically.
exactly one from your hand.
Yeah. So what is interesting, like if I manage to evolve the, I guess it doesn't really matter for this turn yet, but if I do manage to evolve the Lilymon, she gives the inheritable ability where I can, when I attack with the Digimon, I can switch one of your Digimon to suspended basically. But that
Mhm.
doesn't work on blocker, so that's why putting Falmon on the field there is like pretty good. But with the amount of memory I have right now, Titanmon is not actually on my deck, so I won't be able to evolve into any level 6 without ending my turn. I'm just gonna go into the Tentomon here, dig for some more cards. Tentomon's also just really good, especially against purple actually.
What does it do again?
It has an inheritable where if I attack, I can switch Digimon with 3000 or less DP. I make it suspended.
Ah, right. Yeah, I remember.
So against all the little guys, you can just put them to defense and then swing over them with your other Digimon.
Hmm.
You can see I'm still not going into any level 6 here. I'm just gonna go into the Cherrymon, put out a blocker, which is way too big for any of your Digimon to get over at this point. Oh,
Yep,
and I
can
do
come.
end up giving you a 4 memory to go into the RustTyrannomon.
Yeah.
So that really definitely ups the pressure.
Yeah, and exactly. And since I don't have a lot of attackers at this point, and I don't really want to attack with the Vilemon, because I will lose its blocker ability, of course, and also it puts me back to memory if I
Yeah.
attack with it. So I just have one Tapirmon against a very big tree,
Yeah.
which is not
Yeah.
going to have a lot of securities, of course. I'm gonna play the Sukamon here, hoping for another Vilemon actually,
Yeah, the
because
Tyrannomon
I'm
is like so insane here, right? Because it's like you don't want to attack with any of your Digimon basically, but it doesn't matter because if you don't, I can just attack them anyway since I have the Izzy in play.
Mhm.
You're dropping another blocker.
Just hard play it.
Yeah, which is alright at this point because it leaves me with 1 memory to play with, so
Mhm.
could be worse. So I'm just thinking here. I'm probably thinking like, should I swing at the security or should I just go after your Digimon with the Tyrannomon? Like Tyrannomon becomes even more oppressive when the Tie guy's in play because at that point it gains piercing and then it's just so strong, so strong. Can just
Yeah,
crash into everything
especially
and then yeah,
if you have the holy trinity of tamers on the field, like the Taiga, the Mimi, and the Izzy, then it's basically game over.
yeah, that's true.
I'm very sad, and I'm especially scared of the Mimi being played because that really accelerates your gameplay.
Yeah, the meme is actually just insane. Okay, so you see me Tyrannomon over the Valmon here, and then because of its own ability, I can put the Tapirmon to suspend position. And now you see me, I'm just swinging with the Cherrymon into the Tapirmon since it's bigger than your Valmon anyway. And at this point, there's not that much pressure where I will need the blocker to be unsuspended basically. Oh, and you can see I end my turn by just
Just play
digivolving
another
into
one.
another
Yeah,
blocker anyway.
and I still only have a few small guys.
Yeah,
Not being able to hit over the Woodmon. And you
Yeah,
put me on
exactly.
one security, so you know once I attack with Fileman, my turn will be over.
Yeah, and you also won't be able to go into something like Beelzemon and then attack this turn.
No, it will cost too much memory.
Yeah, way too much. So it's looking pretty good for
And now
green here.
you can see why the Met is so important early in the game.
Yeah, for sure. Like I think we talked about in the last video, how the tamers that grant the additional memory at the start of the turn, they are just so good,
Yeah.
in my opinion,
So I
anyway.
think if I have a Digimon, if I would have had a Digimon to evolve the Tsukamon, be able to attack even if it gets deleted, I will get one memory back. Would have
Yeah,
had two memory, then I could attack with the Valmon and still hard play a Digimon. But there are no one memory evolution cards in purple
yeah,
except for Myoda's one. Oh no, that's two actually.
yeah,
So
that's true.
it's a
Okay, so
very nasty position.
yeah, so you're just gonna go into the Chimeramon. I think it's also
Get
really
rid
good.
of one
Like
of the
I played the blocker last turn because that way I can basically protect my Rusty from the retaliating Devimon, which is pretty good.
yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna start my turn, dig some deeper, get the Togemon, evolve into the Agumon again. I drop Puppetmon here, I think, so that might come into play later. Puppetmon is especially strong in combination with cards like Flower Cannon and Rosemon, which are in the deck, but I'm not
Yeah.
seeing them, I think. And to be fair, like
Just suspend.
RustTyrannomon is so much more oppressive than Rosemon anyway, so.
Hmm.
So yeah, I'm just gonna get rid of your Digimon here, I think. Oh, and because you put me on so much memory with the Chimeramon, my RustTyrannomon now has piercing because I could just play the Taiga and then attack.
Yeah.
So this is really the position the RustTyrannomon deck wants to be in, where it just becomes really really oppressive.
Just gonna block it. Make Mechameramon survive
Yeah,
this
so
attack at least.
yeah, so I'm gonna suspend it with the RustTyrannomon. I think here we're just thinking about how we resolve other cards effect basically.
Yeah. I
So
actually think that that you would pierce first
I'm
because
not
it's
sure.
still in the attack, and afterwards the Gaomon would trigger. But I'm not sure. That's probably just Yu-Gi-Oh
Yeah,
logic.
I was about to say I think that's it's like chain link logic, which just doesn't exist in this game. You just go like
Yeah.
effect, okay, another effect, okay.
Yeah. You can see that I discarded the Trump sword with the Gabumon effect. I
Yeah,
only played two Trump swords, and I think you can already get from this game and also the previous game why Trump sword is definitely way inferior to, for example, Cocytus Breath and Gaia Force, because the big guys your opponent plays are suspended most of the
yeah,
times, and then Trump Sword doesn't really do anything. Here the Night Raid gets checked, which allows me to bring back one of my level 3 or lower Digimon, and I choose the Impmon because I have way over 10 cards in my trash,
yeah.
so
Setting up
might
for the
give me some Beelzemon
yeah.
opportunities.
So what I think is pretty cool
But
here is like
they're not looking good.
yeah, you left me on 3 memory and then I could tap the Taiga to reduce the RustTyrannomon's cost to 3
Mm-hmm.
and then still attack. And I'm just gonna play the Goblimon. It's only a 2-drop, so you just up the pressure basically. If I had a Mimi in play, that would be insane right now.
Yeah, definitely.
So you're gonna go into another Impmon, evolved on top of the Yamon.
Yeah, I think I will just evolve into Beelzemon here. I'm not sure. It's basically a last straw. I'll be able to delete the Goblimon, but
Yeah,
yeah, it's just a sitting duck for the Rust Tyrannomons.
yeah. To be fair, like Beelzemon is just as strong as the Tyrannomon. So if I want to swing into it, I do lose one of my my big guys. But I think at this point I can pretty safely just start swinging into your security and where it doesn't really matter.
Yep.
Yes, I'm just gonna make everything unsuspended again. Gonna raise the Agumon, draw another card, get Tentomon to my hands. So like I said, I think I can just start swinging into your security at this point, and even if I do manage to somehow run into all your big cards, it won't make my position that much worse.
Yeah.
So we'll
I think
see
I
what.
just accepted my fate at this point.
Yeah, like you would need some insane luck to get back from this. I would have to like run into Trump sword, and then I don't even know. So I do run into the Lilith one here, which is also 11,000 DP. So I'm gonna lose my my RustTyrannomon since it doesn't have a boost from the Frymon, or I don't think any of the RustTyrannomon were made with the Agumon as Digivolution sources. So like 11,000 is pretty
Yeah.
beefy, but it doesn't get over a lot of the other level 6s. Just looking at the billion cards in my hand. Yeah. Just gonna play another 10th month, keep the pressure up. I think you have one more security left, so you really have to do something this turn.
Yeah, and I only have one memory, so it's a played game basically.
Yeah. Would be pretty impressive if you somehow managed to get rid of 3 security and attack for game this turn.
Yeah, and I'm not even able to play the Python, which has a
Yeah.
12 memory cost. I'm just playing the Millennium Mon here to show off and do something. But
Yeah,
it's not
exactly.
going to save me,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
now basically your only win condition is me running into the Trump sword, but if your security isn't Trump sword, then my 2 little guys can just attack for game.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna play a little bit. Just see what I can do, basically. So yeah, I'm just gonna swing with the Tentomon. It will probably get deleted, but that's fine.
I'm just praying for Trump sword here, but
Yeah.
nope. And the Agumon attacks for game.
No, it doesn't because I'm
Hmm?
gonna show off. But yeah,
Oh.
basically it's like the game is over at this point.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I'm
that's
just declining yours.
yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, that makes it 1-1. This game was all right. Like if I do remember correctly, game 3 is actually really good. So yeah.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
the most complicated and addicting game of the match for sure.
yeah, I also think it lasts like 25 minutes or something. So yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, I will try to upload that probably 2 days after I upload this video, whenever that may be. So yeah, guys, you know the deal. If you like the content, please like, comment, subscribe, and see you next time for the last game of this match. Bye.
Ciao.